What's going on, y'all? It is I, some Joe Schmo, back here with not really an Expanse reaction, but the beginning of my Expanse reaction into Season 5. Now, for those of you long-timers out there who were watching my Expanse reactions way back in the day, which I think it's been about like a year and a half now since I've watched The Expanse, it's been a while since we've reacted to The Expanse. Obviously, Season 5 came out. I've been kind of on a track doing a lot of Psych recently, a lot of Black Sails, a lot of different other things, and I know a lot of you guys have been requesting me getting back into The Expanse. Now, today, it might be a little different, probably based on the title of this reaction here. We're doing something a little different. Because it's been a while since I've seen The Expanse, I know, shame on me. I did plan on trying to watch seasons 1 through 4 in anticipation of season 5, but because your boy got a new job, I've been doing a lot more other reactions. I've been doing a lot as of lately. Just didn't get around to watching or rewatching, seasons 1 through 4. So I did see way back in the day, my boy here, Alt-Shift-X, did do a season 1 through 4 recap that I thought would be sort of kind of cool to do a reaction to a YouTuber. Never done that before, obviously, in my tenure of doing reactions on YouTube here, but I thought it'd be kind of fun just to do it rather than going through the seasons because I didn't have time, and obviously to kind of keep myself a little bit, or give myself a little bit of a refresher, I would say, with The Expanse. I thought it'd be something fun to do. Alt-Shift-X, though, for those of you guys, I'm sure everybody knows him, but I got really into watching his channel way back in the day with Game of Thrones. I feel like he delivers information not only is a very informative individual, obviously, with his videos that he does, but you gotta love his voice, man. Love the voice. Really reminds me of doing taking Headspace or doing my meditation, the voice on Headspace. Just compare Alt-Shift-X to Headspace. Yeah, very meditation kind of voice there. But I love his videos. I love the information that he throws in there, the callbacks, everything that kind of just lets you be informed about what's happening in these shows. An amazing experience just watching, like I said, the Game of Thrones one. So I'm going to have a good time, hopefully, watching along with this season 1 through 4 recap. So, really looking forward to getting into it, guys. Like I said, it's been a long time since we've gotten The Expanse, James and Co. I'll be honest with you, a lot that I do remember, probably a lot that I don't remember. So I think this video will be a really good recap for me going into season 5. So hopefully, really haven't determined when I'm going to be releasing my Expanse reactions. Probably going to be doing 2 times a week, though. You're going to have to forgive me with just the schedule, everything that's getting kind of chaotic. I'll solidify a schedule here pretty soon. But, just with that being said, let's go ahead and stop talking. We're going to jump into this Alt-Shift-X Expanse Season 1 through 4 recap. Let's take a look. All right, y'all, so your boy's a bit of a dum-dum. I didn't realize at the time that Alt-Shift-X had 2 videos, a Season 1 through 4 recap leading into Season 5, and then a Season 1 through 5 recap leading into Season 6. I realized about halfway through as I was recording season 1 through 4 recap of being like, I'm pretty sure there's 5 seasons of this. You're going to have to forgive me. It's been a while. It's been a hot minute since we've done some Expanse. So now that we have the real video here, let's go ahead and react to it now then.
Expanse
Love my man's voice.
6. You can watch now.
Reminds me a lot of Headspace. Just be in
The
your own element.
Expanse is a show about space, war, family, politics, alien mysteries, and Shorey Agdashlu being sassy.
Everybody goddamn like.
The 6th and final...
Bro, there's one thing I miss about this show. Not only the characters, the awesome cliffhangers that each season has. Avasarala, man, the sassiness, man. Missed it. I will die on this hill of saying that I was wrong about her character. I remember in the beginning of season 1, I was like, oh, another political character, going to be the same old type of character and this and that. But what a way that a character was able to grow on me. Love her character. Also, too, the one thing I wanted to bring up the entire time of me waiting to get to this final season reaction, rock throwing, man. That line in episode 1 leading up to the ending of episode 5, season 5.
Final season is coming soon. So what's happened in the story so
Man, it's
far?
almost been a year since this came out.
In season 1, humanity is
behind.
divided into Earth, Mars, and the Belt. Earth is powerful, but it's old and slow. Its environment strained by overpopulation. Mars is a new rival superpower with
Such a great scene, by the way, with Bobby going to Mars or Earth for the first time to see pretty much like, oh, maybe it wasn't all like it's cracked up to be, huh?
With
They got some
advanced
problems themselves.
technology, unified by the dream of terraforming Mars. The asteroid belt and outer planets are mined for resources. The people of the belt have their own culture and language, and bodies adapted to
Bertoloda.
space. But the Belters are oppressed and exploited by Earth and Mars. So activists and extremists like the OPA fight for freedom
you
for the Belt.
push a group of people so
In
far.
episode 1, a mining ship called the
Look what
Canterbury
happens, you know?
is mysteriously destroyed, sparking
Remember
conflict
the
across the
can.
solar system.
God
Four
damn, I
survivors
missed
of the
this show.
attack form an unlikely crew.
Oh,
Holden
Alex.
is an idealistic hero type from Earth. Naomi is a secretive, smart engineer from the Belt.
It's funny. Me and my friends always, or I guess not me, more so him, joke that like James is more of like a paladin class in this show, where he's just like fighting for just cause and the people's people.
Alex is a lovable pilot.
I'm a warrior
from Mars,
myself.
And Amos is complicated. Amos grew up in
Dude,
Baltimore
not that
as
guy.
a victim of organized crime. He's emotionally
God, the churn.
detached
Such a great
and
episode. I
often
just
violent,
that episode
but
just
he
stuck to me
follows
so
Naomi
much.
as his moral guiding light. Together, they steal a ship.
What a
or
man's man.
Rather, they legally
Rocinante,
acquire a
baby.
ship by legitimate salvage, and they name it
Yeah.
the Rocinante. The Rossi crew uncover a conspiracy with the help of a cynical cop called Miller. Miller
Jeez, man.
investigates a missing girl called Julie Mao.
I do gotta say, I remember first starting this show, not realizing that Thomas Jane was in it. I don't know why. I got like such a soft spot for Thomas Jane. Like, he's like one of those unsung heroes that like you see him in movies and you're like always just like, wait, what is he from? And then it's like, we'll just click for you. Punisher, baby. Punisher.
It turns out she was killed by a mysterious alien virus called the protomolecule. Julie's father, a powerful businessman
Jules
called
Pierre,
Jules Pierre
man.
Mao, experiments with the virus to make it a weapon. He blew up the Canterbury to deliberately cause war. And now to study the protomolecule, Jules Pierre infects 100,000 people on the moon of Eros.
I'm trying to remember though, where again was the stealth tech created by Jules Pierre, or it was something that was like, oh man, I know, maybe the video will clear it up for me, but I totally forgot where that whole plot went with the stealth tech, because I know Marcos inevitably uses it to launch an asteroid. I'm sure we'll figure it out again.
Miller and the Rossi crew fight to escape and survive. But the protomolecule on Eros starts building some weird, scary
man.
alien
Yeah, that
shit.
season
So
one
with the
ending.
help of OPA leader Fred Johnson, the crew try to knock Eros into the sun by hitting it with a giant Mormon spaceship
Yep,
called
Dave
the
Naveau.
Nauvoo. But the protomolecule makes Eros dodge the Nauvoo, and Eros speeds
Sentient
towards
rock,
Earth.
dude.
So
What
Miller
dude.
journeys
This is
into
just
Eros
totally
and
reminding me about how badass of some of these season finales were in this show, man. And then the bird leading him back. Oh, it's all coming back to me. It's like riding a
finds
bike.
Julie Mao's consciousness alive inside
Protomolecule
the
bike.
protomolecule. He convinces Julie to crash Eros into Venus, and they disappear into the clouds together. So, in the
Or
face
did they?
of war and aliens, the Rossi crew come together as an unlikely family, and they
Miller.
learn from each other. Holden starts out
Cheers.
as a dangerously impulsive, naive hero, but Naomi helps him to make smarter decisions, and eventually they fall.
Oh, that's right. Those look like the traps from Ghostbusters. I totally remember spotting that in
Miller challenges
my original
Holden's
reaction.
moral idealism and teaches him to be more ruthless to get stuff done.
So this
Amos
is a great.
comes to
We'll
trust
talk about it
Holden
later,
as a
but
leader
that plot
alongside
of,
Naomi.
element of
And
James
Alex
kind of changing his ways,
makes really good lasagna.
there's a good payoff in.
While the Rossi crew flies around
Season
saving
5
the
to it.
worlds, Avasarala handles the politics. Avasarala is a powerful politician in the United Nations, the government of Earth. In Season 1, she's
my
ruthless
girl.
in protecting Earth from Belters and Martians. She tortures, blackmails, lies, and betrays, because she believes
And that's what kind of
that
made me not
Earth
like her in the
must
beginning,
come
but then it's like
first.
it just grew
But
on
then
me
she
so
discovers
much,
that
though.
the conspiracy
Yeah, right here
behind
is
the
where, like,
war
kind of
didn't
shift
come from
happened.
the Belt or Mars. People in her own
On
government
Earth.
conspired with Jules Pierre Mao to weaponize the protomolecule. So Avasarala fights the conspiracy with the help of Bobby.
God.
Bobby is
I
a
still have
tough
such a massive
Martian
crush on
soldier,
Bobby, man.
fiercely loyal to Mars. But her squad gets killed by a protomolecule
Dude,
monster.
yeah,
and she finds
shit,
out
just
that
all
the
coming
Martian
back,
government
man.
was
I
behind
love it.
this. They also work with
That's
the
when she, like,
Gilpia
flipped
to
that switch of
weaponize
being
the
like,
protomolecule.
maybe fuck
they
Mars.
transform children into protomolecule killing machines. So Bobby defects from Mars, suits up, and fights to help Avasarala and the Rosie crew end the war. They kill some protomolecule monsters, and they help a botanist called Prax save his daughter.
Oh,
So
not
these
that
Earthers,
guy.
Martians, and Belters put aside their differences.
Oh, man. Of course, you gotta pause it and reflect on the whole Prax and Amos relationship, man. Like, it's like the big brother you never wanted, but at the same time, he like saves your life. So like, of course, you like want it. It's like I loved it. Like that, the payoff of their relationship throughout this entire like course of what was it like seasons 2 through 4? Because I don't believe he's in season 5, right? But their like buildup of the relationship, and then it almost felt like such a great payoff of that relationship when Prax wanted to take revenge on Dr. What's his face, Fancy Pants, and just Amos knowing like you're not that guy. You're not that guy to like. Now it's like that. You're not that guy has a different context with the what was it? What was it? The meme video of like you're not that guy, pal. Anytime I heard that in that video, I kept thinking about The Expanse. I'm sure plenty of you guys had to have thought that too.
And work together to make peace. This story is about the tribal politics that
I remember
divide
how
us
this
and the common
this tense
humanity
scene of the
that
Martians
can
and
unite us.
Earthers.
But meanwhile, on Venus,
Playing
alien
it out,
forces
talking about it.
grow. In season 3, the protomolecule that crashed into
Yep,
Venus
the
rises
proto-pimple
back
poppin'.
up from the clouds and forms a mysterious ring, like a stargate or wormhole. Everyone
Into
goes to
another
investigate,
world.
and among them is
AKA
Clarissa,
like
Jules Pierre.
It almost felt like going into the ring was like a kind of like a an airport hangar. Like you're just like waiting to like when's my flight coming in? AKA when are the 3,000 other portals to other parts of the universe opening up?
Mao's eldest daughter. Clarissa wants to avenge her father's downfall by destroying Holden.
Clarissa, who I originally
She
thought
gets
was a proto beast.
high-tech bio implants that enhance
Can't fault
her
the guy for
speed
thinking
and
that.
strength for short bursts.
Yeah.
They're terrible for her health long term, but all Clarissa wants now is revenge. So
And that poses the question, though. If you guys had the ability to activate something like that, knowing that it would kill you faster, would you? Like, having superpowers at the cost of lowering your lifespan, it would depend on, like, what the power was,
Clarissa
you know?
kills a bunch of people and frames Holden for the crime. The Rosie flees through the ring into the mysterious alien
Dude,
space.
I
within.
remember this,
Holden
dude.
gets visions
Yep.
of Miller, whose consciousness
Tapping
now
into, like, the
exists within
proto-molecule, like, that
proto-molecule.
took on this
Miller
consciousness, right?
guides him to the ring station, a mysterious structure at the center of the ring space. And Holden learns that the ring and the proto-molecule were
is.
created by some
Dude, you know what?
aliens called...
I remember this ending. Took me so long. I had to rewatch the ending of this to, like, be like, what does it all mean? I think a lot of you guys like gave me a little flack for like thinking that it was like a Matrix reference or like there were previous iterations of the one. Again, you guys got to realize I said it several times. I've seen a lot of movies. I reference a lot of shit. So you're going to have to forgive it, brother.
Called the Builders. But the Builders were destroyed by some other mysterious alien entities. Naomi works on the Behemoth, a giant OPA ship converted from the old Mormon ship, the Nauvoo. The
Yeah,
Behemoth represents the dream,
Which is
of a
named, like,
free
this name goes through
Belter
so many
nation.
different names.
Naomi's friend,
Nauvoo,
Captain Drummer, clashes
Behemoth,
with
there's something
Ashford
else in
over
between
their
there, right?
differing views on governance. The ring's security system suddenly traps everyone in
so
the ring
bad.
space.
Yeah, this is where-
Many
yeah.
die from a sudden deceleration of their
Couldn't
ships.
perform operation, no
Drummer and
gravity.
Ashford work together to survive, and Ashford welcomes Earthers and Martians to heal on the Behemoth. A preacher
Yeah,
called
that
Anna
was a turning point for me, and I'm sure even in the show where it really gave you a better context, not a better context, but a different context for Belters and how if we're able to work together, we're able to do some like great stuff. Like the fact that Ashford basically took the initiative to say like, come onto the Nauvoo, I have an internal gravity system, you could perform operations, do whatever you got to do. That just proves like through peace, through politics, you're able to do more. Unless it's played like improperly, as Avasarala was able to witness there on Earth. But yeah, again, semantics.
gives emotional support to the wounded, and she gives a slap in the face to Clarissa for being an unrepentant murderer.
Rightfully
Ashford
so,
tries
you
to
know.
destroy the ring gate, which almost destroys the entire
Yeah,
solar
charging
system.
it up, right?
But
It was
Holden and the
charging its
crew
lasers
stop
for,
him with the
an
help
attack.
of Drummer and Bobby and Anna and Clarissa, who finally lets go of revenge and helps people instead.
Yeah,
After
that was
the
a great
crisis,
payoff, too,
the
for
ring's true purpose is revealed. Inside the ring space, new
exploration.
gates open to 1,000 new habitable solar systems. The builders didn't make
What
the
a
protomolecule to be a weapon.
crazy
It's a
kooky
tool
ending.
that builds bridges to new worlds. So in Season 4, there's a land rush as people seek new opportunities on new worlds through the ring.
Yep. Oh,
On
yeah,
one
the
planet
Western
called
style of
Illis,
this.
there's
Dude,
a conflict between
I
Belters.
remember... This is what I love about you guys, right? Being able to point this out. I remember distinctly seeing a change in the way Season 4 was filmed. Not only through its cinematography, but the way... what's it called? God, I always, like, forget it. But, like, the way... Like, the dimensions of the actual screen. But I remember you guys pointed out, like, it was supposed to kind of mimic a Western type of feel. And legitimately, throughout the rest of my viewing of Season 4, I was like, sure enough... Or Season 5, sorry. 4? 5?
Settlers and an Earth corporation. Even with
5.
1,000 new worlds available, the inner planets continue to oppress the Belters. The Rosie crew are sent to
that
sort
Marty,
it out,
right?
and Holden investigates alien structures on the planet, which accidentally causes a
Yeah, it goes
catastrophic
off a huge
explosion
tidal
and
wave.
tsunami. So
Hell
everyone
no.
hides underground, an alien infection makes them blind, people are killed by death slugs. It is no fun. But with the help of a scientist called
that's putting
Elvie,
it
they
lightly.
shut down the alien tech, and the ghost of Miller is finally
Yeah.
put to rest. Holden defeats the murderous...
I mean, without spoilers, is that the end of Miller? Do we ever see, like, another, like, Thomas Jane, like, nod? I don't know. I have hope for Thomas Jane because that was bad. So this was the part I was talking about where the payoff for... I thought it was such a cool concept to put Miller in this position, or not Miller, James Holden in this position of... Will he, won't he kind of pull the trigger for the buildup of all these 4 seasons? It's established to be such a just character. Like I mentioned earlier, like a paladin type archetype. And the way that they were using Miller's like kind of more cynical look at the world, you know, kind of being a beat cop and whatnot, how that was kind of almost like rubbing off on him. I love that, like, in the end, though, all things considering, even though James was influenced by him, even, like, Naomi to a certain extent, he still held on to that, like, aspect of, like, no, like, justice and, you know, taking your ass to court kind of thing with, was it Marty?
Eartha Mercury and restores
Mercury,
peace.
there you go.
Elvie stays on Illis to study the planet's alien tech. This artifact seems to be connected to the entities who wiped out the builders aeons ago. Meanwhile, on Earth, Avasarala loses most of her political power in an election. Her husband leaves her for being too ruthless and dishonest
was it Gal,
politically.
right?
She kills civilians in a failed military strike. But Avasarala learns from her mistakes, and she remains committed to protect all of humanity. In the ring, the behemoth becomes Medina Station, the central hub for the ring.
Yeah, see, yeah, Behemoth,
Drummer and
Medina.
Ashford make political compromises to keep the peace
This
between the
station is
Belt,
having
Earth,
a
and Mars.
identity issue.
Drummer hates compromising on her values as a Belter, so she quits to become a polyamorous space pirate instead. But then Ashford is killed by Belter extremist Marco Inaros after
man.
Drummer had let Marco go free. So Drummer feels guilty for Ashford's death. On Mars,
Dude,
Bobby...
That was such a great scene, too, because if I remember correctly, he was singing the same song. I believe he said he sang it to his daughter. That was in Season 4 when they were pinned down by the lack of gravity. I might be confusing Season 4 and 5. I know, I keep going back and forth, so apologies. But I remember that's the song he was singing while him and Drummer were stuck in that... like that not medical bay, but that bay with like all those like machinery. So, yeah, to have his last send off like that be him singing the song. Ooh, I remember that struck a chord, man. This is the thing this show does, man. It establishes a character that you think you might hate a little bit, and then just through episode after episode, it builds and breaks you down emotionally to the point that it's like, wow, I really like this character, and then they kill him. Oh, God, Avasarala, please be safe.
He is depressed because the Martian dream is dying. Mars used to be united behind the project to make the planet a habitable world. But now there's no point in terraforming Mars
Yeah,
because
that's
there
gotta
are
be so hard
thousands
for
of
Bobby, just
already habitable
living
worlds
her
through the
entire
ring
life
gate.
trying to terraform
Bobby's
something only for like
purpose and identity.
it's like studying for a test all your life only to realize that the answers were at the back of the book the entire time, man.
As a Martian is gone. So she gets involved in organized crime and discovers a conspiracy selling
that was because
Martian
her
stealth
nephew-
tech and ships
she was trying to get her nephew out of
Marco
it?
Inaros. Marco uses the stealth tech to
There
paint
we
on
go.
some
So what- wait.
asteroids and launches
It
the
was
deadly
Martians then, right?
rocks towards stealth tech and ships to crime and identity as a
Sorry,
Martian
I'm rewinding
is
this shit.
gone. So she gets involved in organized crime
Yeah,
and
Martian
discovers
stealth,
a
okay.
conspiracy selling Martian stealth tech and ships to Marco Inaros. Marco uses the stealth tech to paint on some asteroids and launches the deadly
Just flings
rocks
that shit
towards
at
Earth.
Earth.
Because all through the story, Belters have been exploited by Earth and Mars. Fred and Ashford and Dawes tried
man,
to
Fred
free the belt
Johnson,
through
love
politics and
him, too.
diplomacy, but they failed.
I'm pretty sure
Even
he's
when
still
there were
alive, right?
1,000
There's a lot of
new
characters
worlds
I remember
available
just
through the ring.
Ugh.
The inner planets still tried to take them for themselves. So Marco argues that Belters can only win freedom through devastating violence against Earth.
God, that freaks me out. Oh, I hate seeing it again.
Avasarala discovers Marco's stealth rocks, and she tries to save Earth, but she's too late. The rocks hit Earth and kill millions, and with the climate and ecosystem broken, billions more will die soon.
I gotta tell you guys, I've been having a lot more vivid dreams lately, and that scene right there just reinforced this whole like tidal wave dream I keep having. I don't know. It only started after my viewing of The Expanse. Is there a connection there? Maybe. Does that say more about maybe like my internal conflict of like change going on in my life? Probably.
Avasarala's husband, Arjun, is among the dead. This
yeah, I
is
remember that
Avasarala's
shit.
worst nightmare, but she refuses to kill innocent Belters for revenge. Avasarala regains power as leader of Earth and works to protect all people.
Oh, I totally
together.
forgot that happened. Was
Amos
it because
is
Gao
on
stepped
Earth
down, right?
when the rocks hit, visiting Clarissa Mao in jail.
In
'Cause
Baltimore with his
Clarissa
brother,
was
yeah.
imprisoned for her murders in season 3, but Amos makes friends with her. He comes to support and guide Clarissa, just like Naomi supported him, which goes to show how much Amos has grown.
Yeah, man.
Clarissa is in a deep, dark place.
practicing what he
both
knows, man, you
literally
know,
and
loyalty.
emotionally, but she and Amos climb their way out.
Dude,
and
yeah,
fight
this shit
to
brick house
survive
that tried to
on
like take us out on
apocalyptic
the
Earth. Clarissa
planet surface up
encourages
there?
Amos
Fuck
to
that.
save some innocent people along the way. Amos then brings Clarissa to join the Rosie crew, despite the fact that Clarissa
Yeah.
once
Oh,
tried
that's
to
right,
kill
she
Holden
did join
and
there at the
many
end.
Others. Because Amos argues that even enemies can become trusted friends. They survive by growing.
I love his. Yeah, I totally remember the explanation of him at the end being like, "Hey, man, plenty of people try to kill us, but you know, we're good with them, right? We're chill." I love like Amos just holding those grudges. I mean, to be fair though, if I was Amos, I'd be like, I could pretty much defend myself against anybody. Look at those
Their
arms.
tribe. Back in the day, Naomi had a relationship with Marco Inaros, and they had
Oh,
a son
Philip, yeah.
called Philip. When Marco committed a terrorist attack, Naomi left him, and Marco kept Philip from seeing Naomi. Ever since, Naomi felt grief and guilt at the separation from her son. So now she finds Philip and finally reunites with her long-lost child.
Although it
But
didn't really
Philip
go as
captures her
expected.
and brings
Yeah.
her to Marco. Marco is a selfish, narcissistic, emotionally manipulative
But's
mass
got-
murderer.
dude, man's
and
got great
Naomi
locks, though, let's be
begs
real.
Philip to leave and escape Marco's control. But Philip rejects Naomi, so again, Naomi is forced to leave her son behind. She jumps through space to escape, suffers on a booby-trapped ship, then jumps into space again to warn her friends. Alex and Bobby save
here it
Naomi,
is.
but Alex dies in the high G flight.
My man.
Alex loved flying and helping his friends, so Amos says it's a worthy death. Alex's
I remember
last
how much
word-
that caught me off guard, by the way. I know a lot of you, I totally forgot, like, didn't the actor, like, was it, like, a big piece of shit on set or some shit, right? But regardless of personal shit aside, like, I thought it was a great character. I thought he was portrayed great. Got me pretty good, though, when he died. I think that was one of the most, like, I don't want to say most shocking deaths, but I guess most shocking. I was going to say the most surprising, which I guess is the same word in and of itself. So what am I talking about?
That was one hell of a ride. Marco gets a powerful fleet of ships from his Martian friends and
Yeah,
calls
that's
it
right.
the Free Navy, his own personal military of extremists to
Oh,
dominate
this is
the
where you go through the
system.
gate, the red
Drummer and
shit.
her crew are forced to join Marco's navy,
I
and
remember how this
Drummer
ends now. It's all
complies
coming
to protect her
back.
family. But when Naomi is in danger, Drummer betrays Marco and attacks
She
his navy
loves
to save her.
her.
But that gets one of Drummer's family killed, and 2 more of her partners leave her. The terrible cost of war is that Drummer's family grows smaller. While Naomi, Alex, and
Ain't that the
Amos
price to
have
pay,
their
though,
own
huh?
adventures, Holden faces his greatest challenge yet, spending some time alone without his family. But then Marco's belters kill Fred Johnson and steal a
there you go.
protomolecule sample. So Holden and Bull and Monica
Yeah, so that
try
was
to
okay. I was trying to remember this. That was not, wasn't that the protomolecule that originally James thought that Naomi was going to launch into orbit and destroy, but then she ended up hiding behind like a rock of some sort, right? So then they basically said, "Hey, Fred, we have it. Give it to him." He stored it, and that's when like this like spider robot just. Bzzzt.
to destroy it, to prevent the dangerous alien tech from falling into the wrong
But then he
hands.
takes it through the portal,
But
right? Does he not?
They fail.
Marcos.
Marco's Free Navy takes
Yeah.
control of the ring, including Medina Station, the all-important central hub of the ring gates. And Marco lets a rogue faction of Martians
That's
through
right.
to a new world called Laconia. These Martians, led by someone called Admiral Duarte, are the ones who gave Martian ships to Marco, and in return, Marco gave them Fred's protomolecule sample. Duarte is working with the scientist Cortazar to unlock
That's
the power
right.
of the protomolecule and to use these mysterious alien
Yes,
structures
okay, I remember that, and that
orbiting
ship comes to life
Laconia
at the end.
to build humanity's greatest empire.
Okay, so maybe I may have not remembered this at the end, but the Martian ship was going through a portal that led to Laconia. Laconia, because I thought that what's his face was on the same planet from season 4 where they shut down the like the space station. So I thought they were on the same planet, but it turns out this is because that planet was oh god, what was it? Erie oh god, it's coming to me. Hyrule. Hyrule. What is this? Freaking Zelda. Anyway, I won't even try to guess this anymore. But I thought they were on that planet. Illis. Gotcha. I thought they were on Illis the entire time, but it turns out they're in a different part of space then, and this is where, yeah, so he's basically going to say right now that's where the station comes to life at the end, right?
As the Laconians go through the ring, one of their ships is destroyed by these mysterious alien entities. So, Season 5 shatters the balance of power. Earth
that's
is
for damn
devastated.
sure.
Mars
That's
is
damn right.
obsolete, and Marco's Free Navy is triumphant. Can the Rosie crew, Bobby, Drummer, and Avasarala defeat Marco and build a
Hell
unified
yeah, we
future?
can.
Is humanity at threat from the alien entities in the ring? And what is going on Laconia?
Ooh, what the hell is
The final
that?
season of The Expanse begins on December
that from
10th.
episode 1?
Thanks
Oh,
to
God, was that a
Amazon
spoiler?
Prime Video UK for sponsoring. Please subscribe to the channel for more Expanse videos soon.
Gotta love it, man. Cheers. And right there, spoiler for I haven't even seen House of Dragon all the way through. Damn, man. So I don't want to spit too many theories out. Obviously, we're going to start watching and reacting to The Expanse here pretty soon. But me thinks the theory, because I know there was some... Wasn't that sun... So back in, what was it, season 4, Miller and that robot, there's it looked like a little sun that was activated that him as a robot pretty much contained and then shut down, right? I believe that was the alien species that did kill the other alien species that was responsible for the protomolecule, right? So, and because that was like a red orb that Miller contained as his robot version, and because they passed through the Lusana ring, and that was also red, was that then the alien species as well that originally killed the protomolecule? There's a lot of alien species now being kicked around here. I mean, 2, but still, that's too many for your boy here. But goddamn, guys, I can't tell you how excited I am to jump back in here to The Expanse. I've been kind of taking it a little bit more casually, doing psych, doing black sales, and now we're getting more into that, complex mindset of mine to have to really understand the fundamentals of space and interdimensional travel, but how it is. And the dog is barking right now. But anyway, guys, with that being said, like I said, I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to be releasing this here on Wednesday. I'm going to probably start my Expanse reactions here come next Wednesday and start doing Wednesday, Saturday reactions. Hopefully, given that my schedule is allowing the time. I got to go because this dog is barking. But with that being said, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully, you guys stay tuned. And with that being said, I'm just your boy, Some Joe Schmo. These are going to be our Expanse reactions. Until then, guys, peace out.